It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and our focus is on Rachaad White.
Here in Tampa. Today it's a Week 14 matchup, which should be a good one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this. Tasting defeat for the first time in about a month as their loss snapped a 4-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw, Willis. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Willis headed left off the option. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Bucs at 7-5 now in the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful. I expect them to do just that.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Willis on the option to the right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Willis. That is caught. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in 1 uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Dillon now off the option. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 27. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Willis. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates them because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
The numbers for Collins last week, 17 carries, 69 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind, he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll try one forward with Collins. Well, they nearly sprung him that. Good for an Eagle first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
On first, they go right back to Collins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hurts sets up to throw it. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him, He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Now, the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added the 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Back to throw, Willis.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And here comes Westbrook.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Eagles will have it, taking over a 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And NFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
They'll try the right side here with White. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to... And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 24. They'll begin the drive with Collins. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing is Hurts. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Collins trying up the middle. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
Dillon now on 1st and 10 to about the 35, 2nd down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And pausing here for an injured player and not what you want to see. That's Malik Willis, who is shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
From the gun, it's Dillon.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Westbrook now on the return.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're at a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Hurts.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
On 1st down, Hurts.
That's complete. It's Collins. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Collins. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more offensively, not just getting sacks. They have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The kick by Elliott is good.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it. And he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So out come the Bucs now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than...
Willis takes a hit and the ball is free.
And it's picked up by the Eagles.
He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Try and run the option to pick it up.
Shoves him aside. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
On 2nd down, Collins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there.
4th of the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that. Well, partner, I have to say, they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Now Willis to throw.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This short throw caught by Goddard. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throw left side complete. That's Collins. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Meanwhile, Willis' throw taken in by Palmer. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now Willis on 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Willis will look to pass again here. And he rifles one incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Willis's throw complete here to his receiver Brown. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Shotgun snap to Willis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
For the field goal, a 42-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. It's Collins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
First down, Eagles.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it in hours, well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Out of the gun, this is Collins. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. They go again with Collins. And he'll get about 3 here, up to the 44-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game.
The gun now on third down. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down, Eagles.
They go play action with Hurts. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that.
Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They'll start the drive with a giveaway. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now he's free at the 35. He may go.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Malik Willis,
70 yards.
And the Buccaneers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he returns this to the 22.
And out now come the Eagles.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10
at their own 22. The drive starts with a run by Collins.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And some room to run now. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Hurts. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, point the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he gets it up past the 35.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Ball start, offense.
Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
To throw, here's Willis. Caught by Jones. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Read option. This is White. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They go right back to White here on first down. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Now 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Willis headed left off the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
To throw, here's Willis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Dillon up the middle. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now Willis. And that will be incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On 1st and goal, Collins. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
On 2nd and goal, there's an option play left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Hurts on the option.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. 3 straight runs now, and that defense is held.
Yeah, we often talk about how the low man wins, right? Who wins leverage at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just that leverage. It's leverage with power. Who takes the line of scrimmage and moves it one way or the other? Right now, I can imagine the defense yelling at the offense, hey, guys, if I were you, I'd kick it. You're not getting in.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Willis will look to throw it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that 1st down run.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the Eagles' 47-yard line.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down. Willis.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Now Willis on the bootleg.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now back to the ground game with White.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not gonna get.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Malik Willis
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Buccaneers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in the playoffs.
Well, the Buccaneer pressure too fourth.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4.
At the 46-yard line.
Now Willis to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Collins. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Running out of the gun, Collins.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. On third down, this is Collins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
The left side completion to Jones. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Willis looking to throw it.
It's grabbed over the middle by White. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And they'll get him. Philadelphia territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
That's complete. It's Okuebu now.
And they're going to speed things up here.
1st and 10, Willis.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Willis.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They run over center with Collins.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that should do it. He's got a 1st down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here.
This game has been a lesson, a clinic in how to throw the football. I mean, even with a big lead, they're not turning off the engine. They're not getting off the gas at all. They plan to keep going at them, and it's working for them.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
Down to a knee goes Hurts, and that is going to be that.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Eagles, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.